From NPR and WBEZ Chicago, this is Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. I'm Alzo Slade, filling in for Bill Curtis, who flew to L.A. to accept the Oscar for Best Pipes. And here's your host at the Studebaker Theater in the Fine Arts Building in Chicago, Illinois, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Alzo. Thank you, Alzo, especially for filling in for Bill, who will be back with us next week. Thanks you all for being here at our beautiful home theater. We have a great show for you today. Later on, we're going to be talking to Chicago's own legendary actor, John Cusack. It is a big get, right? To book him on the show, I had to go stand on his front lawn holding a boombox over my head playing our theme song. But first, it's your turn to say anything on our quiz. Give us a call. The number is 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. Let's welcome our first listener contestant. Hi, you are on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, this is Jen Crowley from Roselle, Illinois.
Hey, Roselle. Where's that exactly?
Oh, just about a half hour away from you.
Yeah, well, I'm a Chicago guy. As far as I know, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't live in Illinois. I've never heard of it. What do you do nearby here?
I own a dog grooming salon and boutique.
Wow. I imagine dealing with the dogs is much easier than dealing with the dogs' owners.
Yes, that's typically true.
I imagine, yes. Well, welcome to the show, Jen. Let me introduce you to our panel this week. First up, it's the host of Boy Room on TikTok and Instagram. It's Rachel Koster.
Rachel. Hi, how's it going?
Next, it's the co-host of the podcast Nobody Listens to Paula Poundstone, which this week celebrated its 400th episode with a guide for new listeners. It's Adam Felber.
Hi there, Jen.
Hey.
And a comedian whose album Yell Joy is available through Blonde Medicine, and her special, Yell Joy, is on Peacock. It's Joyelle Nicole Johnson.
Hey, Jen.
Hey.
So, Jen, welcome. You're going to play Who's Alzo this time. Alzo Slade is going to read for you 3 quotations from this week's news. If you can correctly identify or explain just 2 of them, you'll win our prize. Any voice from our show you might choose on your voicemail. Are you ready to go?
Ready to go.
All right. Your first quote is a travel advisory for college students this week.
Everything that can go wrong will go wrong right now.
That was from a travel expert talking about the problems college students and others are facing when flying to what annual ritual?
That would be spring break.
Yes, spring break is broken. Thanks to a bunch of factors, including long TSA lines due to the partial government shutdown, spring break travel has become a nightmare. It takes so long to get to your beach resort, you barely have time to black out before it's time to go home.
I think the spring breaker should cheer up. I mean, there's so many positives to being in the frozen north during spring break.
Yeah.
I mean, it's much easier to clean frozen vomit.
You just sort of chip it away.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And you can go to those clubs where you scream for people to put on more clothes.
Yeah.
I almost feel bad for this generation, because they had to go through like Zoom school and then prom with social distance, and now they can't go to Mexico and get their first STD.
Yeah, I know.
And yet you almost feel bad for them.
Yeah.
Almost.
It would be terrible if all those disasters combined into one and they had to get their STD remotely over Zoom.
Yeah.
I find that if you do enough Molly, you can find your beach basically anywhere, even at your neighbor's basement or something. Whatever it takes.
I believe that was Molly's original slogan before Corona stole it, so that's great, yeah. Were you guys big spring breakers when you were in school of that age?
I did it. I went to Trinidad once for Carnival, and that was super duper fun. But what had happened was I didn't do any research before I went, and the people I was staying with had cats, and I am deathly allergic. And I found that out the day I was going, so I had to bring my nebulizer because I have asthma.
Oh.
So I spent all of spring break in Trinidad half doing a nebulizer, half dancing across the stage with paint all over my face. It was a great time.
Right. So you had the nebulizer in one hand, the drink in the other, and you just kept alternating.
Yes.
That's a party.
To be 18 again.
Yeah. All right. Your next quote, Jen, is the President of the United States talking to Marco Rubio about a gift he just gave him.
It helps to be tall. They've got big heels.
The president was talking about a gift which we found out this week he gives to all his top male staffers. What is it?
It's shoes.
It is shoes. The Wall Street Journal broke a big story this week. The president really loves a particular kind of dress shoe, so he's been giving them out to all the men who work with him. And this is true. He doesn't ask their sizes first. He just looks and guesses, and they never correct him. So because of this, and this is all true, I swear to you, people started looking, and so all this week we've been seeing photos of his cabinet secretaries and senior aides sitting there next to him, wearing the shoes, all looking like little kids who are dressing like their dad.
Part of the reason they look so uncomfortable is because they also have to wear the mandatory toe ring that he slipped in.
Yeah.
They're all squeezed in there.
Now, the exception of all this was Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who didn't look like that. He was photographed sitting in one of the shoes as he rode it across the Potomac.
Oh, little Marco. Well, you know, if he hadn't gotten it for them, they would have bought it for themselves.
Right.
You know, because, like, they're all wearing bronzer now.
Yeah.
Everybody's orange.
Yeah, it's like, there was a photograph, they're all wearing the same shoes, they're all wearing the same suit, and they're all wearing the same long red tie.
Yeah.
It's like the world's worst backup band. I will say that RFK Jr. seemed to be the only one who looked like he was wearing really nicely fitted black leather shoes, but on closer inspection, that just turned out to be his feet.
That's only because he didn't take the vaccine for toe fungus.
Yeah.
My feet are better that way.
Jen, for your last quote, it's an actor who seemed like he was cruising to an Oscar this weekend.
No one cares about opera and ballet anymore. All respect to the ballet and opera people out there.
So the backlash to that diss of opera and ballet all of a sudden seems to have put this actor's Oscar in doubt. Who is it?
I might need a hint.
Well, let's see. I mean, he doesn't think that opera and ballet are as important and culturally significant as, say, movies about ping pong players.
Oh, I'm afraid I have no idea.
Or chocolatiers.
Well, you really live out there.
Yeah, Jen, I am jealous, girl. You're protecting your peace, girl.
I spend my time listening to NPR.
Well, that's
I know
good for
that's
you.
right.
No, I'll give it to you. It's Timothée Chalamet. The star of Marty Supreme seemed pretty much on track to win a Best Actor Oscar, but then he really pissed off the opera and ballet people with that comment. Weird move from a guy whose own name sounds like a ballet move.
Yeah.
Plié, relevé, Chalamet.
Yeah. I tore a hamstring doing a Chalamet once.
Yeah. You got to be young. You got to be young and flexible to Chalamet.
You do.
He said this. He was talking to Matthew McConaughey, of all people, about how he did not want movies to become irrelevant like ballet and opera. This brought an enormous clapback from people like Isabel Leonard and Sean Tester and many others that, let us be honest, you have never heard of.
It's my personal opinion.
Yes.
That Timothy is beefing with his sister and mother right now.
Turns out, yeah, they both have this strong background in dance, right?
Yes, so that's why he threw that shot like that, because he said it after he's like, I'm throwing shots. And I was like, oh, he must be beefing with his sister right now to say something that crazy, because I don't want to do brain surgery either. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, you don't want to do ballet and opera? You can't.
You can, yeah. Yeah, I mean, opera fans especially are making a huge ruckus, and by that I mean their medic alert bracelets just beep because of an elevated heart rate. Help is on the way. Alzo, how did Jen do in our quiz?
Jen respectfully got 2 out of 3. She won.
You won. Congratulations, Jen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right now, panel, it is time for you to answer some questions about this week's news. Joyelle, this week we heard about something every Whole Foods secretly has somewhere inside. What is it?
Mold.
No.
Is this a food item?
It is not a food item. It's a place. It's kind of a facility in every Whole Foods.
Oh, so it's not a stuffed octopus.
A morgue.
That would
That's
be
not
so
right.
awesome.
That's not right. But why would you think every Whole Foods would need a morgue?
Because I do cruise ships against my will, and every cruise ship has a morgue. I found this out.
Right.
Did y'all know that?
But that's because cruise ships are often at sea for a week or two or even more.
Yeah.
And Whole Foods, people are not in a Whole Foods for an entire week. So
Yes.
they wouldn't need a morgue. But they do need another kind of sort of a storage facility for people. It's what they do with you if, for example, you dare to get an organic banana but only key in the code for the conventional banana at the self-scanner.
Oh.
They take you and they put you...
A little jail?
A little jail. Every Whole Foods has a jail.
Oh, my
There's a
God.
secret windowless room in every Whole Foods that they call the Whole Foods jail. According to a new investigation by Curbed, every store has one. No one can talk about it. So think about this, people, before you commit any jackfruit-related crime.
Before you jack a jackfruit.
Right? This is true. After stealing a brownie from the bakery aisle in a Whole Foods, one person found herself in a room wallpapered with, quote, layers and layers of grainy faces of all the thieves that had come before me, unquote. Her photo was added to a binder. She was fined $300 and told never to return. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. $300 wasn't the fine. It was the price of the brownie.
Right.
Interestingly, cruise ships don't have jails. It's just easier to kill you.
Yeah, I know. Coming up, it's a Bluff the Listener game, 3 decades in the making. Really? Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to play. We'll be back in a minute with more of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me from NPR. This message comes from Grammarly. From emails and reports to proposals, work today demands clear thinking and confident communication. 90% of professionals say Grammarly has saved them time writing and editing their work. It helps simplify complex ideas so your message lands clearly and quickly. This is AI that works with you, not over you. In a world of generic AI, don't sound like everyone else. With Grammarly, you never will. Download Grammarly for free at Grammarly.com.
From NPR and WBEZ Chicago, this is Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. I'm Alzo Slade. We're playing this week with Joyelle Nicole Johnson, Rachel Coster, and Adam Felber. And here again is your host at the Studebaker Theater in Chicago, Illinois, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Alzo. Thank you so much, everybody. Right now, it's time for the Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me Bluff the Listener game. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to play our game on the air. Hi, you are on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, this is Tara calling from Boise, Idaho.
Boise, Idaho, a place I've never been. What do you do there?
I am a registered dietitian. I work at a small hospital, and I do telehealth from home when I'm not managing kids and family.
Well, that's important. I'm a father of 2 young children, and as a dietitian and a parent, I have a question. Were you actually able to get your kids to eat healthy food?
Actually, yes.
How did you do it? Threats?
So, Peter, it takes at least 12 exposures to a new food for children to often even try them.
So if I do this, and we get to the 13th try, I can be like, no, Tara said you have to eat it now.
Yes, you've done your duty. You forget it. After that, it's
great.
chicken
All
nuggets
right.
from then on out.
I'll try it as soon as I get home. Thank you so much, Tara, for that advice. Now, it's great to have you with us. You're going to play our game in which you must try to tell truth from fiction. Also, what is Tara's topic?
30 years in the making.
So this week, we read about someone meeting a rather extraordinary goal that they spent 30 years working on. And I'm not talking about me keeping this job despite being completely unqualified. Our panelists are going to tell you about it. Pick the one telling the truth, and you'll win the Wait Waiter of your choice on your voicemail. Are you ready to play?
Yes.
Okay, first let's hear from Joyelle Nicole Johnson.
Joyce and David Sinclair of Stone Mountain, Georgia were married in the olden days, 1996. Most couples freeze their wedding cake and eat it on their 1-year anniversary. However, Joyce and David had to move overseas before their celebration. So, for safekeeping, they put their cake in a cold storage facility in Georgia, aptly named Frosty the Storage Man. Years later, when they returned to the States, they found Frosty had gone bankrupt, and everything in his freezers had vanished. When their daughter Nikki came of age, she found herself obsessed with the cake mystery. And in a years-long search, she finally solved it. The cake had been moved to a bunker in Alaska after being mistaken for nuclear waste. She flew to Alaska, and after proving to the soldier manning the bunker that the cake wasn't dangerous to mankind, she was able to bring it home. Surprisingly, the cake tasted the exact same way it did 30 years prior. Turns out, vanilla really does just mean tasteless.
A wedding cake lost for 30 years, finally enjoyed by the happy couple. Your next story of a 30-year plan comes from Adam Felber.
Ever since he was a young man in the 70s, Jimmy Rush loved going to Winsel's Oyster House in Mobile, Alabama with his family. But sometime in the 90s, that love became an obsession of sorts, and that obsession's name was free oysters. See, there was a sign on the wall, free oysters to any man 80 years old accompanied by his father. The Rushes took note. The years passed, and the family moved away, but always visited on their way to Mardi Gras. And still that sign haunted him. Until this week, when on his 80th birthday, Jimmy walked in with his dad and a large group to claim their prize. Was it worth it? You bet your ass it was. Again, free oysters. The bartender and the staff were stunned. Never thought about any birthday except my 80th, Jimmy says. But the story's not over. His brother Carl added, quote, "We will be back to do this all over again in 2028 when I turn 80. My dad says he's going to make it, and that's good enough for me."
A man waits 30 years to get his free oysters by bringing his dad to celebrate his 80th birthday. Your last story of 3 decades of determination comes from Rachel Koster.
In a feat of athletic prowess that his wife is calling annoying and dumb, local man Neil Schaefer, 51, of Maspeth, New York, successfully completed a 5-second unassisted keg stand in his garage last Saturday. Schaefer's obsession started during his junior year of college when his frat brother Mikey Lambrusco challenged the then out-of-shape boy to an unassisted handstand on a keg of Bud Light. He struggled for a few attempts before giving up. It was humiliating to watch, said Lambrusco. Since then, Schaefer had been determined to achieve his dream, putting more effort into this than pretty much anything else in his life. On Saturday, he gathered his family next to his Honda Civic in the garage and accomplished the impossible. I was worried he was going to pass out or puke in front of the kids, so I'm kind of glad he just didn't do that, said his wife Shannon. I've accomplished my biggest dream, said Schaefer, drinking bad beer upside down.
All right, here are your choices. Somebody waited 30 years to do something. What was it? Was it from Joyelle Nicole Johnson, a couple that waited 30 years before they could celebrate an anniversary by eating some of their wedding cake? From Adam Felber, a guy who waited 30 years to get free oysters by going into an oyster bar at the age of 80 with his dad with him? Or from Rachel Koster, a guy who spent 30 years practicing but finally did that keg stand he couldn't do in college? Which of these is the real story we found in the news?
I'm going to have to go with Adam's story about the oysters, I
You're going to go with Adam's story about the man who got free oysters by showing up at the age of 80 with his 99-year-old dad. Well, to bring you the correct answer, we spoke to a reporter who covered this real story.
They went to cash in the sign that says free oysters to any man 80 years old, accompanied by his father.
That was Joseph Lamore, a food reporter at the Today Show, talking about the oyster special that was finally claimed. Congratulations, Tara. You got it right. You earned a point for Adam just for telling a story in a convincing way. And you've won our prize, the voice of your choice in your voicemail. Well done. Congratulations, Tara.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks so much. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And now the game where we ask famous people about obscure things. We call it Not My Job. John Cusack made his first movie a short about managing life in high school when he was still a student at Evanston Township High School, north of Chicago.
Wow.
From that amazing start, he went on to star in some of the iconic movies of the last 40 years: High Fidelity, The Grifters, Being John Malkovich, Hot Tub, Time Machine, and of course, Say Anything. He still lives here in Chicago, and now he's written his first graphic novel. John Cusack, welcome to Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Thank you.
We're pretty excited to see you.
Thanks for having me.
I have a habit when I'm talking to actors with astonishingly long and varied careers like yours of asking what role they're most recognized for. But since I started this show with a say anything joke, do people ask you to either pretend to hold the boombox up like Lloyd did in the movie, or do they ever do that to you?
No, I haven't had them do it to me, but they have asked me to hold it up, but I tell them I only do that at parties. But there's been a strong reaction to that character at times.
But there are no boom boxes anymore, so they just ask you to hold their iPhone up.
Yeah. So I told my wife that you were going to be in the show, and I saw a look in her face I've never seen before. And she's like, John Cusack, really? And she told me that your character, Lloyd, holding that boombox just absolutely blew her away. It was the most romantic thing she had ever seen. And I polled all the women I know, and they all agreed.
Well, as I said, people like that character in that film a lot, which is pretty cool. Live Nation still does some screenings of the movie, and we do a Q&A afterwards. And people get pretty rowdy, which is fun. And a guy came up to the mic right over there, and he said, "My wife left me because she said I wasn't you." Now, I sort of had the look that your face has.
Well, you're thinking about my look and your look. I'm thinking about that look my wife gave me I mentioned earlier. Right.
You gotta go home.
Gotta go, guys.
But the gentleman stopped, and then he said, "And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart." And he literally dropped the mic, and I thought that kind of covers the whole gamut.
Right. I know this is a very tough question. I was thinking about your movie career. I know I have a favorite movie of yours, which in my case would be Being John Malkovich. Do you have a favorite of all the ones you've done? And I know there are a lot and a lot of great ones.
You know, I sort of think back on them, and they're sort of like a little bit of a fever dream. And some of the ones that I wrote and
Grosse
produced.
Pointe Blank?
Yeah, that's
a great one.
That's a fun one. I think just because that kind of black comedy doesn't get done that much.
That's the movie in which you play a hitman who goes back to his, if I'm not mistaken, 10th high school reunion? Or?
I think it was his...
20th?
Yeah, it was 10th. No,
10th.
It was 10th.
And I'm told that was inspired by you actually attending your own high school reunion in Evanston?
Yes.
And you were like... So there you're back, and you're, by that time, a very accomplished and well-known actor. And did you really say to yourself and discuss with your collaborators in the film, it'd be really cool if I was a hitman?
Well, I thought to myself, I wrote the script, and I said, well, if we get funding for this, that's the only way I'll go to my 10-year high school reunion.
Really? As research?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I didn't think we'd get the funding, but then we did, so I had to go.
I thought you were going to say you were inspired after going to your high school reunion, because when you went there, you were like, I can't stand any of these fools. And
what this place needs is a hitman.
You still live here in Chicago where you grew up, which I think is great.
I do, sir.
And that is not a choice that a lot of people who get very successful in the entertainment business make. Why did you stay here? Or come back, perhaps?
Have you been to L.A.?
I have. Yeah. And I guess we don't really need to talk about that anymore. And I love this. You get around Chicago by scooter.
It's true.
When you're riding up and down in your scooter, do people ever pull up to you in Division and look at you and go, "Hey, it's John Cusack"? Hey.
Yeah, every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a car. They do. Yeah.
And this is Chicago. They're going to be cool about it, right?
Everyone's so cool about it.
Yeah.
They just go like, "Oh, hey." And then they go.
That's the Chicago way.
Which I love about Chicago.
I heard this. I might get your assistant in trouble because we were talking about, when's John getting here? Oh, he's coming in his Vespa. And she told me that your Vespa, which is a beautiful old Italian scooter, runs on gasoline, but not very much at a time, right? It's got a small gas tank. And so she told me you have a bottle filled with gasoline.
That might be true, although that might be too much information for Malika to be given out. But,
I'm like, okay, so you're riding around your Vespa, and you're like, I'm running out of gas. Reach into the pocket, pull out the bottle. Really?
I don't even know if what I'm doing is legal, but
doesn't sound it.
Yeah.
Peter, you're a snitch.
I know. You are. I feel terrible.
Hey.
You've written a graphic novel. I grew up reading this kind of graphic novel, very big in Europe. In your case, this graphic novel is about 300 pages long, and it features sex, violence, drugs, aliens, Jackie Gleason, and a plot centered around the very real French avant-garde artist and philosopher Antonin Artaud. So you've sold out and gone mainstream.
Well, just think of a metaphysical crime movie mixed with like kind of a drug mule movie mixed with E.T. So
Right.
think French Connection meets E.T.
Right.
meets My Dinner with Andre meets Smokey and the Bandit
Yeah.
meets the Mike Douglas Show.
Right.
Another of those?
Yes.
All right.
God.
Not again.
It's a shame to see an actor
Put it on the shelf with the
become
other
so
ones.
derivative at the end of his career.
Well, the origin of it was I loved this. Love this artist Artaud, and then I thought, well, no one's going to give me money to make that movie yet.
Yeah.
But if I write a graphic novel, I always believe in the possibility of possible.
Sure. It's pretty funny and very bizarre, and I recommend it to everybody.
Oh, thank you.
It's really
Yeah,
something.
thank you for reading it.
Oh, my pleasure.
Pick it up.
I know, speaking for myself, I could talk to you all day, but we have business to do. John Cusack, we are thrilled to have you here, and we have invited you here to play a game we're calling
Say nothing.
As we discussed, you starred in the iconic movie Say Anything, so we thought we'd ask you about people who should have kept their mouths shut. Answer 2 to the 3 questions about some unwise statements. You'll win our prize for one of our listeners, Alzo, who is the legendary John Cusack playing for.
Jill Farrell of Beaverton, Oregon.
All right.
I'm going to do my best for you, Jill.
Beaverton. Here you go. Here's your first question. Gerald Ratner was the head of Ratner's, Great Britain's largest jewelry store chain, when he unfortunately called his own company's products, quote, crap. How did he try to undo the damage? Was it A, by trying to convince people that crap was a slang word he learned from his kids that meant really great? B, by having all his company's stores put up a sign in the window saying, what we mean by crap, cheap, reliable, and affordable prices? Or C, by saying, quote, producing crap is a universal part of the human experience.
I'm going to follow the wisdom of the good and great Jason Benetti.
Yes,
and
on the show last week.
Always pick B.
And you and Jason are right. It is in fact B. His plan was to put up a sign saying crap means cheap, reliable, and affordable prices. It did not work. And he had to step down from the company. And to this day, according to at least one source we found in the United Kingdom, saying something really stupid and self-destructive for no reason is still called pulling a Ratner.
Wow.
That was really good. Here's your next question. In 2005, former French President Jacques Chirac caused a diplomatic incident with the UK when he made a comment to Vladimir Putin that was caught on a hot mic. What did he say about the British? A, you can't trust people who cook as badly as that. B, look, they were once conquered by us. How tough can they be? Or C, they think they're all Winston Churchill, but they're really just Benny Hill.
Now, here's a problem.
Yeah.
Can I say what I want to pick?
You may. Yeah,
one?
this is your game.
I want it to be C, but I think it's A.
And you're right, it was A. Yeah.
Nice.
Of course, he's French. Of course he's going to insult their cooking. He also
And of course he's French, and he's not going to know who Benny Hill is.
Exactly, also true.
Yeah.
He also said on the same hot mic incident that the only thing the British had contributed to agriculture was mad cow disease. So you're doing really well. Here's your last question. A lot of sports broadcasts, as I know you know, mic the crowd as well as the announcers, and sometimes it can backfire. As at a lacrosse game between Sacred Heart University and Siena College last year, when the mic picked up one Siena fan yelling what that made the ESPN broadcast? Was it A, we wish we were watching football, B, stab them in the Sacred Heart, or C, Sacred Heart has diarrhea?
Wow. I mean, I want all of them.
They really do, yeah. Different sections doing different chants, you know.
I think based on the state of America, it must be C.
It is C, yeah. That's what he said.
That's smart.
The chant from a Siena fan who found the mic and ran up to it and yelled into it was hard to make out, but helpfully, one of the ESPN announcers said, they're chanting, Sacred Heart has diarrhea.
I'm sure he got a bonus that week.
He did. Alzo, how did John Cusack do in our quiz?
He said something. He got 3 out of 3. He's a winner.
Yeah.
John Cusack is an actor, writer, and producer. His new graphic novel, Momo, is available now. He's also a proud Chicago guy. John Cusack, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
John Cusack, everybody. In just a minute, we'll feel the churn in our listener limerick challenge game. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to join you in the air. We'll be back in a minute with more of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me from NPR.
This message comes from MIDI Health. Co-founders Joanna Strober and Dr. Kathleen Jordan discuss why they started a virtual care platform to empower and educate women in perimenopause and menopause.
Historically, perimenopause and menopause have been very stigmatizing. So people haven't wanted to admit that they are in perimenopause and menopause, as though it was like embarrassing, which is insane. It's just something happening to your body. So one of the things that we're trying to do is destigmatize these topics. Perimenopause and menopause are just women's health. So we try to educate women all the time. Maybe it's your hormones, and we would like to help you.
Yeah, and I find women actually want to talk about it. It's one of the things they always comment at MIDI is that they finally feel heard. One of the ways that women find MIDI is actually from other women, and I think it's meaningful.
MIDI Health, committed to helping women in midlife with perimenopause and menopause care, accessible via telehealth visits at joinmidi.com.
From NPR and WBEZ Chicago, this is Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. I'm Alzo Slade. We're playing this week with Adam Felber, Joyelle Nicole Johnson, and Rachel Coster. And here again is your host at the Studebaker Theater in Chicago, Illinois, Peter Sagal.
Thanks, Alzo. St. Patrick's Day, big deal here in Chicago, is coming up in a few days. So remember, if you get the limericks wrong this week, you go to hell. If you'd like to play, give us a call at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. Right now, panel, some more questions for you from the week's news. Rachel, this week, the New York Times reported on a growing epidemic of extremely unflattering photos of women taken by whom?
The men in their lives.
The men in their lives, yes, their boyfriends and husbands, yes. You've all seen one of these boyfriend photos. They're the ones that make the woman say, finally, I know what my face would look like without bones. So the latest thing is women on TikTok and Instagram are sharing horrific photos that their husbands or boyfriends took of them. The actor Kerry Washington, for example, posted a bunch of them and said, I thought I looked pretty, then I opened my husband's camera roll.
I don't trust straight men to take pictures.
They haven't got the eye for it.
I don't. Y'all don't never know. The camera angle be all the way down here. It's blurry. I'm backlit. I don't trust it. You got to get you a good gay man to take a picture, girl. You be nice and glossy.
So when you and your boyfriend, who I know and like, when you're out like on the town, do you always bring like a gay friend to do the photography?
Oh, no, he's queer. He takes beautiful pictures.
Okay.
You know, I find that so offensive and accurate.
Yeah.
and tip straight men. High angles, all right?
Yeah, looking down, yeah.
Get up in the balcony and shoot me.
But why do you all keep asking us to take the
don't.
photo?
There's no one else there.
Thank you, Alzo.
I do not.
Testify.
There's no one else there. We're not allowed to invite our friends over anymore because they're annoying.
Yeah.
Wow, that felt personal.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My friends are annoying.
Adam, this week we learned about a new problem threatening many marriages. People are starting to speak out about the struggle of being married to a what?
Okay, so the struggle of being married to a...
What? This is not a problem when both of you are like this. It's more of a problem when just one is.
Somebody who works at home.
No, I'll give you a hint. You should have known when they wanted to get married at Space Mountain.
Oh. A Disney fan?
A Disney adult.
Yeah.
Right? An adult Disney fan. In an article in New York Magazine this week, exasperated spouses shared the struggles of being married to a Disney adult when they are not one. If you haven't heard of a Disney adult before...
I was about to press you for this one.
A Disney adult, it's basically an adult who was bullied either too much or not enough as a child. And I've known some, these are adults who are really, really into Disney.
Oh, I know
right?
some,
Right,
yeah.
you know some too.
Yeah.
And like I said, two Disney adults marry each other, find each other, that's great. Gay gesint. Enjoy your life. The problem is when one of them keeps it a secret till after they're married, right?
Oh,
you
yeah.
marry somebody, you think they're normal, then one night they say, oh, come in, I have a surprise for you. And you go in and they're lying on the bed wearing the ears.
Oh, yeah. And not on their head. Worst moment of my first marriage.
The first. Can you keep that a secret, though? That's crazy.
I mean, like, can you, from courtship through marriage, you know?
Yeah.
That's tricky. How do you keep that a secret?
Yeah, because
really?
that bill's on your credit card every year.
Yeah.
That's a big bill.
It's weird, you know, like they disappear for like long weekends and, you know.
You're like, I wished you were cheating on me.
Yeah, no, they were just...
You know, you can screen your dates before you make the mistake of marrying a Disney person. You know, you could just be like, you know, just throw out in conversation, hi-ho. See what happens. See what happens.
You can't say that to a woman.
You can't say that to a black woman.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Coming up, it's lightning fill in the blank, but first it's the game where you have to listen for the rhyme. If you'd like to play on air, call or leave a message at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. You can come see us most weeks here at the Studebaker Theater in downtown Chicago and catch us on the road. We will be in beautiful Savannah, Georgia on March 26th and in San Diego on April 30th. For tickets and information to all of our live shows, go to nprpresents.org. Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, my name is Katie York. I live in Edgewood, Maryland.
Edgewood, Maryland. Where's that exactly?
It's about a half hour outside of Baltimore.
Oh, Baltimore. Baltimore is a fun city. Do you enjoy it there?
I do.
Yeah. What is your favorite thing about Baltimore?
Ooh, there's lots to choose from. Probably some of the sweets like egg custard snow cones and Burger's chocolate cookies.
Oh, yeah, those are great things. Well, welcome to our show, Katie. Alzo Slade, filling in for Bill Curtis this week, is going to read you 3 news-related limericks with the last word or phrase missing from each. If you can fill in that last word or phrase correctly in 2 of the limericks, you'll be a winner. You ready to play?
Yep, ready.
Here is your first limerick.
I run till I wheeze and I sputter. Heavy cream in this bag goes a-flutter. My legs and arms turn and I act like a churn. As I run, I am making some...
Butter?
Yes, butter. If you are tired of your exercise routine failing to create any butter, we have good news.
Oh, good, finally.
A runner went viral this week when she shared how you, yes you, can churn butter while running. You just pour heavy cream into a Ziploc bag and then, quote, secure the bag inside your running vest. It's pretty simple, although not as simple as running to the store.
Peter, you're a runner. You gonna try this?
Oh, I'm never in my life, but I'm thinking about it because how great would it be to like finish a grueling 15-mile training run, and right then I could refresh myself with some nice thick butter.
If you're just like jogging, does it only turn into whipped cream?
Yeah, I think so. Here is your next limerick.
Watching videos loudly will spread groans. It makes passenger anger hit red zones. Now United's new rules will not suffer those fools. They can't fly if they're not using...
Their phones?
Headphones, yes. United Airlines announced that they will now kick you off your flight or even ban you from the airline forever if you listen to music or watch TV in the flight without headphones.
Yeah.
Yes!
One of the best parts of flying is like watching your neighbor's TV or listening to whatever they're listening to on audiobook.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes I forget to bring stuff or I run out of charger halfway through, and it's nice to just that someone else provides.
It is a rule of human behavior that what somebody else is watching on the airplane is far more interesting than what you're watching.
Yeah.
Rachel's on the plane snatching people's headphones off, saying, "You're being selfish right now."
It doesn't sound like United behavior. This sounds like Spirit behavior. Like, I can't believe it. See, I'm the type of person, I'll say something to you. This is why I can't ride the subway in New York, because I will get into a fight. Like, it's my biggest pet peeve if somebody is listening to something without their headphones.
What do you say?
Stop.
Okay.
What's wrong with you?
All right, here is your last limerick.
After matchas and chais that it bought her, here's a new trend the internet taught her. It helps her digest, and there's less to invest. She just boils and drinks some hot.
Water?
Yes, water. Drinking hot water in the morning is the new internet hack for gut health. People say hot water in the morning can help speed your digestion. That's particularly true if the hot water has coffee in it.
We really are in a recession.
We really are. Influencers say hot water is the perfect drink if you want to rid yourself of toxins and, quote, de-bloat. It's weird.
I've started doing this.
You started drinking hot water in the morning?
Yeah.
Because
What's it doing for you?
I don't want to tell everybody.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, but it's a difference, something about it. But the Asian girlies told me to do it, and they look amazing. So
They really
I'll listen
do.
to anything they say.
Right.
Yeah.
If they told you to jump off a cliff, would you do it?
Let's end this.
Okay. Alzo, how did Katie do in our quiz?
They got 3 out of 3, a winner.
Well done, Katie. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This message comes from Capital One Commercial Bank. Your business requires commercial banking solutions that prioritize your long-term success. With Capital One, get a full suite of financial products and services tailored to meet your needs today and goals for tomorrow. Learn more at CapitalOne.com/commercial. Member FDIC.
Now on to our final game, Lightning Fill in the Blank. Each of our players will have 60 seconds in which to answer as many fill-in-the-blank questions as they can. Each correct answer is worth 2 points. Alzo, can you give us the scores?
Absolutely. Rachel has 1.
Yes.
Knew it.
Joyelle, don't laugh too much because you have 2.
Ew.
And Adam has a whopping 5 points.
Whoa!
What?
Oh, that ain't right.
Can you share?
All right, that means, Rachel,
Yes.
you're in third place. You're up first. The clock will start when I begin your first question. Fill in the blank. On Tuesday, the Pentagon reported that the war with blank had already cost $11 billion.
Iran.
Right. On Sunday, police confirmed that an explosive device was thrown outside the home of New York Mayor blank.
Mamdani.
Right, thanks to a rise in colon cancer for people under 50. More experts say the recommended age to start getting blanks should be lowered. Yes. During severe storms on Tuesday, several states reported softball-sized blank.
Hail.
Yes, hail. Softball-sized tornadoes. They're so cute. Oh, they're adorable. This week, a man was arrested at an airport in Kenya after he was caught smuggling blank.
A dead monkey.
No, 2,000 live ants.
Oh.
On Wednesday, astronomers reported that they may have witnessed 2 blanks colliding.
Asteroids.
No, planets. On Tuesday, officials said NASA's mission to the blank would likely face more delays.
Moon.
Right, this week, a Russian man who'd been away from his apartment for 3 years returned to find blank living there.
An old friend.
No, hundreds and hundreds of pigeons.
Not as good.
They came in through a window he had left open before he left, and if you've ever seen the sidewalk beneath a highway overpass, picture that, but everything you own. Sometimes all you can do is back slowly out of the front door and say, it was a good home, but it belongs to the pigeons now. Alzo, how did Rachel do in our quiz?
She did pretty good. She got 5 right for 10 more points, which gives her a total of 11.
Thank you.
Right, all right. That was very good. Joyelle.
Yeah, buddy.
Joyelle, you're up
Let's
next.
go.
Fill in the blank. Here we go. This week, industry analysts said the average blank prices could soon rise above $4 a gallon.
Milk.
Gas prices. This week, a medical trial found a pill that can improve blank by 50% without a CPAP machine.
Sleep.
Snoring.
Condition. I'll give it to you. Sleep
Oh,
apnea. Sleep
apnea.
apnea, yeah. According to new research, taking a daily blank may slow the aging process.
Pill.
Sure, what the hell? Multivitamin. On Wednesday, the lineup for the MMA fight at the blank was revealed.
Madison Square Garden.
No, the White House. Officials in Georgia are asking parents to double check when they're packing their kids' lunches, since one elementary school student accidentally brought blank as a drink for lunch.
Ooh, it was like an alcohol cooler or something like
close
that.
enough. It was a martini.
Yeah.
The canned lemon drop martini looked exactly like a soda, so the mistake was understandable. The martini was taken from the student before he could become the coolest kid in the 3rd grade, but he was able to get his jar of blue cheese olives and his pack of smokes. Alzo, how did Joyelle do in our quiz?
She did all right. She got 3 right for 6 more points, a total of 8, which means Rachel is still in the lead.
Yeah,
all right.
girl.
How many then does Adam need to slip up and take it from her?
3 to tie, 4 to win.
All right. Adam, this is for the game. Fill in the blank. On Sunday, Mojtaba Khamenei was named the new supreme leader of blank.
Iran.
Right. According to new data, the U.S. economy lost 92,000 blanks in February.
Jobs.
Right, with Michigan confirming their first case of 2026 on Monday, the spread of blank continued.
Measles.
Right, according to new data, adult blank use reached a record low in 2024.
Phone?
No, cigarette use. This week, a man at a fishing tournament in Texas was arrested after he was caught blanking.
Smuggling fish.
No, after he was caught putting weights inside the fish he caught to cheat at a tournament.
Oh, that's awesome.
On Thursday, Netflix confirmed it had greenlit a sequel to the hit animated film Blank.
Oh, the K-pop Demon Hunter.
That's the one. On Thursday, Apple began selling their new $600 blank.
Shirt.
Yeah.
I'd believe it if they were, but it's a laptop. This week, the mayor of a town in Texas who thought he was running for re-election unopposed was shocked when blank entered the race.
His mom.
No, a candidate named, quote, literally anybody else.
Fair.
Brutal.
The new candidate, who had his name legally changed to literally anybody else in 2024, is shaking up the race for mayor in North Richland Hills, Texas. That said, he may also face an uphill battle, as the race now is the 3rd candidate, someone named that one guy from that commercial. You know, you love that guy. Alzo, did Adam do well enough to win?
Well, he got 4 right for 8 more points, a total of 13, which gives him 1 more point than Rachel and the win.
Wow.
I would like to share this.
I'm happy for you.
In just a minute, we're going to ask our panelists to predict the big surprising moment at this weekend's Oscars. But first, let me tell you all. Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me is a production of NPR and WBEZ Chicago in association with Urgent Haircut Productions' Doug Berman, Benevolent Overlord. Philip Goedeke writes our limericks. Our public address announcer is Paul Friedman. Thanks to the staff and crew here at the Studebaker Theater. BJ Liederman composed our theme. Our program is produced by Jennifer Mills, Miles Dornbos, and Lillian King. Special thanks to Mohamed El Shehi and Monica Hickey. Peter Gwynn is a man of much talents. Emma Choi is our vibe curator. Technical direction is from Lorna White. Our special thanks this week to Travis Hagan. Our CFO is Colin Miller. Our production manager is Robert Newhouse. Our senior producer is Ian Chillog. And the executive producer of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me is Michael Danforth. Now, panel, who is going to surprise us at the Oscars? Rachel Koster.
Kylie Jenner is going to do the Carmina Burana on point.
Adam Felber.
A contrite Timothy Chalamet will walk the red carpet in a tutu and Viking helmet.
And Joyelle Nicole Johnson.
After her performance celebrating sinners, black ballerina Misty Copeland will slap Timothy Chalamet in the face.
And if any of that happens, we'll ask you about it on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Thank you, Alzo Slade. Thanks also to Rachel Koster, Adam Felber, Joyelle Nicole Johnson. Thanks to our fabulous audience here at the Studebaker Theater in downtown Chicago. Thank you all for listening wherever you might be. I'm Peter Sagal, and we'll be back with Bill Curtis next week. This is NPR.
This message comes from Capital One Commercial Bank. Access comprehensive solutions from a top commercial bank that prioritizes your needs today and goals for tomorrow. Learn more at CapitalOne.com/commercial. Member FDIC. This message comes from Duck.ai. Looking for AI that protects your data? Go to Duck.ai/NPR to chat privately with popular AIs. It's free, no account required. By DuckDuckGo, where AI is always optional.
This message comes from Capella University. That spark you feel? That's your drive for more. Capella University's FlexPath learning format lets you earn your degree at your pace without putting life on pause. Learn more at capella.edu.